Hi, Dyane. Very happy to see these essays from you. Let's get right into this, see what you had to say. Okay, the school subject preference. Okay, the pie chart provides information about the student preferences of school subjects Wales in 2014 and 2017. Overall, it can be seen that in 2014, the most favorite subjects were geography and math. Okay, this is tiny, having a hard time seeing it, but that's okay. Okay. While chemistry, IT, history, all right, you needed an and here, and history were the least favorite subjects. In contrast, the trends had changed by 2017. Nice grammar here, good work. You could have said here when the majority of the students preferred biology, whereas a small number of students were still uninterested in IT. Fine. It is important to note that in 2014, the proportion for geography had the largest percentage for the most favorite subject at approximately 28%. The next favorite subject was math, which was slightly lower at 27.3. However, in 2017, the number of students interested in geography, you didn't need subject here, just geography is fine, decreased to 18.7, while without the comma, math was far lower at 12.2. Lovely. Very nice work there. Okay, it is also worth pointing out that in 2014, the students, you need an apostrophe here, preference for biology, without this, had a small percentage, which accounted for 13.4. Nevertheless, by 2017, it became the most popular. Either pick one, either favorite or popular. I would probably say the most popular. Yeah, and you know what? Now that I think about it, we don't say most favorite. We just say favorite, because favorite as a word implies that it's the top. So here where you said most favorite, you should need to get rid of the most here as well. And here as well, you need to get rid of favorite and just say most popular. Okay? Okay. Then, as is shown in the graph, the least preferred, not preference, the least preferred subjects in 2014 were chemistry at 1%, history and IT had, okay, no, while here, history and IT had an identical percentage at 1.2%. By contrast, it is noticeably seen in 2017 that there were no students interested in chemistry. Again, no subject. Whereas you didn't need the semicolon, you could have just had a comma, whereas no comma here. History increased to 19.4. In regards to IT, this subject remained the lowest percentage at 1.4, which was the least favorite subject for both years, 2014 and 2017. Okay, so it looked really good. There was a lot of things I really liked here. I have one question though. Now, I can't seem to increase the size of this. However, is this here physics? Is that what this says here? Because I don't see that you've mentioned physics anywhere. I do see, however, that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 subjects. And from what I can see here, you've only mentioned 6. So, if that's true, then that's a problem, because this is considered important information. I mean, whatever the categories are, you need to mention all of them. You can't leave any of them out. So that for me would be a big problem here. But like I said, because I can't really see the details, like I can barely make out that this says geography. But if this is physics and you left it out, that's a problem. Okay? And I'm looking for it, but I don't see it anywhere. So do make sure you include all the information, like all the categories, okay? So let's move on now to your second essay. Okay, and here it is. Some cities have vehicle-free days. So do the benefits of this outweigh the disadvantages? Let's see what you had to say. Experts throughout both the developing and developed world have debated whether vehicle-free days in some cities are beneficial, because it's vehicle-free days, okay? Or if, you're missing an if here, they have a negative impact to the society. This essay will discuss both sides using examples. You need an S from the Israeli government. Okay, so you need a the and you need an I at the end of Israel to make it an adjective, and hypothetical situations to demonstrate points and prove arguments. Okay, fine. On the one hand, there is ample evidence to support, to support, or you could say that supports, either way. So there's ample evidence to support the idea of vehicle-free days, which provides tremendous benefits to people and their environment. The central reason behind this is twofold. Firstly, it decreases air pollution. Secondly, vehicle-free days encourage, without the S, motorists, here you do need an S, to be physically active. For example, a recent study, without the IES, just a Y, published by the Israeli, again, government, showed that air pollution dropped, active voice, not passive, to 99%. No, you don't mean that, because it's as if air pollution was 100% and it just dropped 1% to 99%. So what you really want to say here is it dropped by 99%. Okay? I hope you see the difference in what that means. During a 24-hour car-free period. Also, a recent empirical research by the same government, we don't say a research, we say a recent empirical study by the same government demonstrated that 90% of their citizens stated that they were motivated to ride their bicycle and go by foot around the city. Therefore, it is conclusively clear that there is a considerable, you need an adjective, not an adverb, case to be made in favor of banning private cars, trucks, and motorcycles in the city. All right, lovely. On the other hand, there is a case for permitting private vehicles in the city, the impact of which cannot be overstated, right? You needed a relative clause here. I know it's a little complex, but I know you can handle it. So, for instance, if private cars are banned in the city, there could be massive congestion, not take away the of people in public transportation. Additionally, the permission of using private cars inside the city will this doesn't make sense. What are you trying to say here? That if you allow private cars inside the city, it'll be convenient for medical emergencies? That doesn't make sense. I think you're trying to say something entirely different, but there's something lost here. Consequently, the largest drawback of not unpermitted, I think you mean prohibited private vehicles in the city is a potential crowding of people in the street waiting for public transportation, and it might potentially endanger a person with with a medical condition during emergency situations. Okay, so it feels like you're trying to explain this, but I have to be totally honest with you, Diane, and I still don't really get what you're trying to say. How do car-free days potentially endanger somebody who has a medical condition? I mean, my first thought would be, well, there are no cars on the road, so an ambulance can get to that person faster. So whatever the connection you're making, it's not clear to the reader, okay? So you do need to revise this whole support and this whole main idea to make sure that it is clear. Okay, so from the arguments and examples given, the benefits of vehicle-free days are extremely helpful for the rehabilitation of the city's environment. You needed an apostrophe here to show possession. Despite the potential congestion of people in public transportation without the. Therefore, the pros of vehicle days are greater than the cons. Okay, so if that's how you feel about it, then the paragraph with the pros has to come towards the bottom, and the paragraph with the cons has to come first. So first we discuss the side that we don't really agree with, and then we discuss the side that we do agree with. Okay, so Diane, that's the end of this video correction. I hope you found it helpful. Make your corrections to your essays, add the errors to your error correction list, write us new essays so that we can look at them hopefully tomorrow. Okay, so lots of luck with your writing, and good luck with it.